everyone, today I'm so excited because we are about to leave and drive up to South Lake Tahoe for a short trip. Growing up, my family would drive to Tahoe at least once a year, and honestly, we never really knew where to eat, so I hope this video will introduce us and you guys to some delicious foods in Tahoe. It's gonna be such a fun weekend full of eating, but whenever I go on a trip, I actually get kind of sad to leave my comfy bed. I mean, lately, I've been getting some of the best sleep of my life ever since I switched over to Helix Sleep a few months ago. They make premium mattresses customized to fit your needs and conveniently ships straight to your door. I love how Helix knows that everyone is different, so they have a sleep quiz to make sure that you're getting the perfect mattress for you. Even if you sleep with a partner, it takes into account both of your sleep habits, sleep preferences, and body types. So me and Bird took the sleep quiz together and we got matched with the Helix Dusk Luxe mattress. Bird, he's a tosser and turner and he moves a lot during his sleep. Like, I literally have so many pictures of him sleeping in weird positions. But me, I kind of sleep like a log, but I do get hot a lot of the times when I'm sleeping. So we added the Glaciotex cooling cover to our mattress, and that has been super nice for these past few summer months. I honestly feel so well rested and refreshed every morning, which is super important to me because whenever I wake up feeling tired, I basically know that I'm not going to be very productive that day. I like how ours is the perfect balance between firm and soft while also being comfortable and supportive. And it's also super convenient that they ship straight to your door for free within the US. The mattress comes rolled up and is super easy to set up, not to mention so satisfying to watch it inflate. There's even a 100-night sleep trial to test the mattress out and make sure you love it. And if you don't, they'll literally pick it up and give you a full refund. So make sure to check out helixsleep.com/feedmeimei for up to $200 off your Helix mattress plus 2 free pillows. Thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring, and let's head over to Tahoe. We just stopped by this donut shop called Glazed and Confused. Their donut selection was really cool. They had a lot of different kinds like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, M&M's, sour gummies. It seems like a really fun spot. Oh, look at this. It's a s'mores donut. You got the graham cracker and the toasted marshmallow and then the chocolate icing. It smells so good and sweet. It definitely does have like every element of s'mores. You got the chocolate frosting with a graham cracker and the marshmallow. The donut itself is actually not that sweet. Like, I think the toppings part is sweet, of course, but like the donut itself is not very sweet at all. The donut, I feel like, is a little bit dry and not as fluffy as I would like.
It looks better than it tastes.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we're gonna try this one. I'm actually not sure what flavor this pink frosting is, but I had to get it because it was so cute. I think the frosting part is just like normal frosting. It doesn't have like strawberry or like raspberry. It's just like frosting flavor. It's good with the little sour rainbow belt thingy because since the frosting is just like frosting flavor, the sour belt gives it like a little fruitiness. It tastes good with the sour belt, but then without the sour belt, it's kind of just like a normal donut-ish. Yeah, but it's cute because it has the eyes. Last but not least, we have the Cinnamon Toast Crunch donut, and I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The frosting I think is maybe like maple. I think it is maple. It has like a maple-y flavor. And then I really like the crunch from the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It adds just this really nice kind of crispy texture to the donut. And I'm actually surprised because all of the flavors we got, they look really, really sweet, but they're not as sweet as they look. It's probably because the donut itself doesn't really have much like sweetness to it. It's just the toppings. Overall, I feel like it's a fun spot to visit, especially for the vibes, and the donuts are really cute. But if we're talking purely on taste, it's like just okay.
Yeah.
So now we are at Himmel Haus, and it's a German restaurant. And I actually remember coming to Tahoe years and years ago, and we tried to come here and it was so packed that we didn't get a chance to eat here. So I'm glad that we're actually trying it today. Here we have the Spätzle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's basically like a pasta and it's sauteed in butter and onion. This is actually only half a portion so that we could try as much stuff as possible. So I added a sausage on the side and we asked the waiter and he recommended the veal sausage. So that's what we got. You can see that onion and parsley in there as well as the salt and pepper. This is actually a lot drier than I expected it to be. It's interesting that they describe it as a pasta because when I think of pasta, I think of noodles. And I wouldn't really classify this as noodles because the texture is completely different than a noodle. It's much more spongy and like almost bread-like, which is very interesting. It has like a certain fluffiness to it. You definitely get that taste of the pepper and the butter and the onions in it. Now I'm gonna try some of this veal. Very flavorful, has a nice snap, and it's also very juicy. They have this little assortment of mustard. I think he said this one is the spicy brown. Is that a lot? That looks like a lot. It adds this nice like acidic tartness and like sourness to it, and it complements the sausage really well. I feel like the sausage was very like juicy and meaty and savory, and then adding the spicy brown mustard took it to this whole new level of complexity of flavors. It's really good just plain without the mustard, but it's also really, really good with the mustard. So I feel like I'm alternating bites, one with mustard, one without. Next up, we have the schnitzel. We ended up getting the pork, but they have the option to get chicken as well. And I was telling Bird that this literally looks like Japanese katsu, but instead it's like German, and it has mashed potatoes, comes with this gravy that looks really good. It's very crispy. You have like the flaky breadcrumbs on the outside, and then on the inside you get that meaty pork. I do feel it's a bit on the dry side, but it also does remind me a lot of Japanese katsu. The gravy adds like a beefy, mushroomy flavor, but also I feel like has almost a wine flavor as well to it. Very interesting. Mashed potatoes good. They don't take the skins off, so you get that texture of the skin, and it's also not like the super smooth type of mashed potato. It's a little bit chunky, but I like having the extra texture of the chunkiness of the mashed potatoes. All right, so we just got this apple strudel with ice cream as our dessert. It literally looks and smells so good, and you can see the flaky layers on the pastry. I have the perfect bite with some of the apple strudel and the ice cream. You just literally can't go wrong with that hot and cold combo. It's so flaky and buttery, and all the flakes just melt in your mouth. You get the cinnamon on the apples, and the apples also add like a crunch to it. Wow, this just might be my favorite thing that we tried here. So now we just stopped by Tahoe Bear Tea House. First up, I got the Fire Bear Signature Milk Tea. It comes with brown sugar boba on the bottom, and I'm pretty sure on top they have like a cheese foam and they torch it. I think that's why it's called Fire Bear. Of course, we have to use our Feed Meimei glass boba straw. Link will be in the description as always. Woo! Look at that boba swirling around down there. The milk tea flavor is decent. It definitely has like a black milk tea flavor. It could be creamier. It's airing a little bit on the watery side. The boba kind of has the consistency where it's kind of chewy on the outside, but then once you get to the middle, there's like a little bit of hardness. So definitely not my favorite. And then I'm actually surprised that they chose to seal, because if they have the cheese foam on top and they torch it, usually if you order that at any other boba place, they would have like a cap so you can take it off and you can break up the torching, try the cream on its own, or you can sip it. But since they sealed it up, we weren't able to get that like cheese foam torched experience. So I feel like it looked promising and I had high hopes, but I'm a little bit disappointed. Moving on to the second drink, we got a Thai coffee latte. Woo. Whoa, that coffee is really strong. I feel like just having the first sip, I'm like immediately much more awake. Bird, you need it. He's sleeping next to me. Bird is tired because he had a beer at the German place, and beers make him tired. I actually was really looking forward to trying this place, and I really, really wanted to like it. Yes, excuse me. So I think I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow again and try different drinks. Maybe we just ordered the wrong things because I really, really want to like it. But it was a bit disappointing today. Next, we headed to Base Camp Pizza to meet up with my family for dinner, but the wait was about an hour and 30 minutes. So we walked around the Heavenly Village area, which has lots of shops, restaurants, and they were even having a car show that day. We eventually made it to the Baked Bear and decided to have dessert before dinner, cause why not? Bird and I shared an ice cream cookie sandwich with a cookies and cream cookie, cookies and cream ice cream, and a chocolate chip cookie on the bottom. But after I took like literally 2 bites, I got a text that our table was ready and they were only going to hold it for 7 minutes. So we all had to basically eat the rest of our treats while speed walking to the restaurant to make sure we didn't miss it. Finally, we were able to get seated at Base Camp Pizza and we ordered this house salad, which honestly was very mediocre and nothing special. For pizzas, we got the Base Camp Pizza, which is like their version of a combo pizza, the Thai chicken curry pizza, which we thought was interesting, and the margarita because it's such a classic. I didn't know what to expect with the Thai chicken curry pizza, but it was actually quite good. It had a nice curry flavor, not super strong but definitely there, and you gotta add some lime to bring a nice, fresh, citrusy element which just levels it up. The margarita was also really good and possibly my favorite out of the three. I love how margarita is so simple with the tomato, mozzarella, and basil, but the combination of those three is just perfect. You can taste each flavor distinctly while they also work so well together in harmony. Overall, I think it's a decent pizza spot, but not sure I'd wait more than 20 to 30 minutes for a table, so I would recommend trying to come during an off-peak time. After dinner, we were so full, so we headed over to the beach to go for a walk and also just chill and relax, and it was super nice. It was so fun to see people just enjoying the lake, and also there were some really cute dogs, which is always a plus, and we just had a great time enjoying the sunset. It's the next day and the whole family took a walk to Artemis Cafe for brunch, which was super close to our hotel. I was intrigued by this Turkish coffee, so I thought I'd give it a try. It had a cardamom flavor to it and wasn't very sweet. A bit too bitter for me, but I'm glad I tried it. Mom took a sip too, and it also was too bitter for her. Onto the food, Bird and I split the Greek breakfast, which came with gyro meat, potatoes, eggs, and pita. We really enjoyed this plate. The meat was very tender and flavorful, and the potatoes were nice and crispy. Just how we like them. We also split this baklava French toast, which was pretty good as well, but it wasn't too much different from the other French toast that I've had at brunch places in the past. We were fighting the flies for our food, but overall it was a really nice spot and we will definitely be back. Skip to the present and I still haven't released it. So we ended up going to Tahoe Bear Tea House again because I really wanted to like it, so we came back and got a different drink. And here we have the ube latte with brown sugar boba. I feel like it looks pretty promising. Got some nice layering and the boba feels nice and warm at the bottom. Ooh, let's give it a good stir. Ooh, oh my god, it's so pretty. The boba is much better today. It's like warm, it's soft, it has a chewiness to it, but it's not as hard as yesterday. The sweetness comes through and you even get a little bit of the texture, like starchiness, I guess, that would come with like taro or ube. And like I mentioned earlier, the boba is much better today. So out of the three drinks that I tried, this one is by far the best. So next time I come to Tahoe, I definitely will be checking out some of their other drinks too. Much better than yesterday, right? Now we are planning to go to the gondola at Heavenly, but I looked online and tickets are like $50 a person, which is crazy. I can't believe it's $50 a person, but I think we're still gonna do it just for the experience.
I feel like that doesn't sound heavenly to me.
Okay. I feel like we have to just do it once, you know?
Sounds more like expensively.
Okay. Bird, why must you be so chaotic? Alright, so now we are at this little spot called Empanadas, I think is how you pronounce it. But basically they sell Argentinian empanadas, and they're also really known for their chimichurri. They have a whole sauce bar. Oh my gosh, it's still so hot. I think they make it fresh because we had to wait a while for our empanadas. This is the beef empanada. Look at that. This one even says empanadas on it. Is this actually a common thing to put the name of the place? Because I tried some empanadas in Monterey and they also had the name on the empanada. Let's see the beef empanada with the chimichurri on there. All right, let's give it a try. Boom. That chimichurri is so flavorful. The empanada is freshly fried, nice and hot, savory, umami beef in there. It has a little tiny kick. It's not really like spicy, but it has a hint of kick, if that makes any sense. And then you got the chimichurri on top. It adds like this brightness with the herbs and then also like a garlic flavor. I can already tell this is one of my favorite things we've eaten in Tahoe so far. They have this other sauce, almost like a pico de gallo type of situation, but it has like peppers in it. That sauce is really, really refreshing because you have the fresh vegetables in it. It was almost kind of like a pico de gallo because you do have those tomatoes and those onions in there. Ooh, that one actually has a kick. I can like feel it on my tongue. I think they put jalapenos in it, so that makes sense. Last but not least, we have this sauce, which I believe they call a Gulf sauce, and has mustard, olive oil, white vinegar, lemon, eggs, and ketchup. That one is good too. I feel like all three of them are good in their own way. This one is more like creamy, kind of ish like a Thousand Island or like an In-N-Out spread type of taste. I also think that the crust to filling ratio is really good. Like it's stuffed with that beef filling. The outside is perfectly fried, has a bit of a crunch. This is just really good. Now let's try the chicken one. It's called Himmel Haus. And this one actually, the outside looks like a completely different texture. This one is like very bubbly. All right, let's go ahead and break it apart. Whoa. Ooh, it's stuffed with chicken in there, and upon first glance, it does look a bit dry, but I'm gonna put on the chimichurri. Let's give it a try. Honestly, you can put that chimichurri on anything and it's gonna taste good. The chicken is indeed a little bit dry, but when you put on the sauces, it helps moisten it back up. This chicken one is good, but I think the beef one is definitely my favorite out of the two. Okay, so now we are at Sprouts Cafe and they're known for their sandwiches and their juices slash smoothies. So we actually got a strawberry smoothie. It's pretty much just strawberries, organic apple juice, and bananas, so can't really go wrong with that. And then from their sandwiches, we ordered the Big Tahoe turkey, I think is what it's called. I just saw that it was one of their popular items, so I decided to get it. And oh my gosh, look how loaded this sandwich is. It has so many vegetables. It's literally like a rainbow. There's carrots, purple cabbage, avocado, tomato, onion, turkey, alfalfa sprouts, probably more things that I can't even see, but let's go ahead and take a bite. There's definitely some melted cheese in there, and I think like pepper of sorts. So many different textures going on with all those different vegetables. Crunchiness from the carrots and the purple cabbage, and then the tomato is juicy, avocado is creamy, cheese is rich, and then it's on this toasted bread that has like a nice crisp. All good things inside this sandwich. The only thing that I personally don't like is the alfalfa sprouts. Next time I'm definitely gonna ask for them to leave it out because I personally just really don't like alfalfa sprouts, but everything else in the sandwich is so good. Alright, so we just picked up some food from Shangri-La Himalayan Kitchen. Just a heads up, I was reading reviews and a lot of them were saying that waiting for the food takes a long time. So with that in mind, I actually called ahead and they told me it would be ready in like 30 to 40 minutes, which is not too bad. But just a pro tip, keep in mind that the wait times can be long, or if you want to call in, keep calling them even if they don't pick up, because I had to call them like 3 times before they picked up. And even though the reviews were saying the wait times are long, they all said the food was worth it. So I'm very, very excited. First up, we have these chicken momos, and a lot of reviews were raving about these, so I knew I had to try them. They kind of look like xiaolongbao soup dumplings because they have all those beautiful pleats on top, and it comes with this sauce, I believe. So just for the sake of eating in the car to make it easier, I'm gonna pour the sauce all on the momos. It's so flavorful from all those different spices. It has like this curry flavor, like a curry dumpling. The skin is not too thick. It's actually decently thin, and it's able to keep all that amazing chicken filling inside. And then of course we had to get some chicken tikka masala. Definitely one of my go-to orders whenever I go to an Indian restaurant. Oh my gosh, that consistency is everything. And look at these huge chunks of chicken. And also another go-to is the garlic naan, of course. Whoa, it's so fragrant. Can we talk about how big this garlic naan is? It's probably like twice the size of my head. Eating this in the car is very dangerous, but here we go. Wow, that chicken tikka masala is probably some of the creamiest chicken tikka masala I've ever had. It's literally so thick and creamy and luxurious feeling in your mouth. There's so many spices in there, and you get that tomato flavor as well. The chicken is a little bit on the dry side, but honestly this sauce just makes up for it. And this garlic naan is the perfect vehicle. So garlicky, so fluffy, you got that flavor from the tandoori, and it soaks up the tikka masala so well.